there are some things that I've noticed on this chart which I wanted to share with you guys before we go into the weekend. I cancelled all the lines that I drew here because, well, the other day I was kind of under the weather and I drew some very funny lines. Right, now what is going on here is you'll see this low here. This is the fall from May. That's the first time we had the problem of the pandemic, and we descended down here and we had a falling wedge down here, a rising wedge, and we broke out of that rising wedge and we are coming down here. Now usually in falling wedges we turn to broke out to the upside, which is something that you will see here. So if we take this like this and take this like this, this is a falling wedge and we broke to the upside of this falling wedge, right? So we can also take this like so, and this one like so. This is also a falling wedge right here, and we also broke to the upside. Yeah. Now, the problem is this was also supposed to be a falling wedge here, which we broke to the downside, unfortunately. So, we can see that here, this is a low right here. This is another low, and this is the next low forming right here. Now we remain in a bull trend if we do not break below this low right here. So in bull trends you will have higher lows and higher lows and higher lows. Yeah, so this low is higher to this one compared to this one, and this low will be higher compared to this one right here. So if we take it like this, then this should be, so we will have a trend line like this linking the low, the first two lows here. Now you will see that we broke down that trend line here. We broke the trend line here at this point. But the problem is not to go lower than the previous low here. So that is what we should be watching out for. Going lower than this low right here will be a problem. It will be a serious problem. Now I did say that we could visit $37,000, which is lower than this low here. Now that is because I see this as a rising wedge like so. I see this as a rising wedge like so. That's how I see this. And this actually will keep us around $37,000. 37. Yeah, $36,000. Yeah, 36,400. I sincerely wish that we don't go as low as this, because it will be bad. It will be really bad. If we take our Fibonacci retracement from here, that's from the first breakout point, and we put it right here, then we will see that the 200-day moving average is on the same line as our golden pocket right here. Now the problem is not breaking this golden pocket right here and coming down to $36,000. If we break lower, as I think we might, then it is a serious problem. It is a serious problem. Anyway, what we should be looking out for is the monthly time frame. Now I know many people don't like getting this truths as hard as they come, but that's it. We have to accept it the way it is. That's crypto. The best way to see this ascending triangle is on the monthly time frame. So from the monthly time frame, it can be perfectly seen. If we are to go to $100,000 per Bitcoin, then we have to break this barrier right here. All right. So this higher low here, because it's higher from this one, and this is higher from this one. This December is forming another one. If we close below this line and we are closing below $41,000 on for the month of December, then it is really bad. It is really bad. Now I am just looking at the key things that could happen right here. Like I'm looking at what's the worst case scenario. The worst case scenario is we close below this support line right here, and closing below it will be a problem. but we could seek some refuge in the month of January if we form a spinning top. If we form a spinning top in the month of January, then that can take us back to the all-time highs, hopefully. But if we do not form that spinning top in the month of January, then that is really bad. Now, I make these videos just because I want you to be prepared for the worst. If we do close below the support line, then January is the only hope we will have. If January does not form the spinning top, if we turn to go further down, then all hope may be lost and we are headed for the bear market. That could be it. Anyway, don't get scared. There could be some hope somewhere. But what I think is going to happen is before the end of this week, we will have a rush down and we will come back up, because we do have a bullish engulfing pattern right here, which should take us up. $50,000 is a very big zone of resistance, and we are right about 48,000 right now, and we are struggling to go above $49,000. So I think if we come up back here and close above this support zone, remember this is on the weekly time frame, if we come back here and close above the support zone, then for the weekly, then that is very good. If we do go up, then I expect that we should go and retest this 64,100, and if that can be done and we come back here, then I know that we are following this ascending wedge. So the whole idea of Bitcoin going to $100,000 is very possible actually, because if you look at it from here and you take a line like so, this should keep us at $105,000. This is the parabolic run that is going to happen here, and all that we have been seeing here is simply Bitcoin following, and if that continues, then we should come back up here to about 64,000, and we come down here to about the $50,000 range, and go back up and say perhaps blast off from here. If I could estimate this correctly, then I think that could happen in February. Now I could be totally wrong, and it doesn't. From the way I see the charts, I think if we go up here and retest this level and come back down here, then that should happen in February, because you see here on the monthly time frame, except we go up here in this month of December and close above here and say in January we take off and we are going up to $105,000. That is also a possibility, but I don't see that happening. I think we will close somewhere here for the month of December, and maybe we'll close at about $50,000. That's what I think may happen. If we do close there, then I know that perhaps January we may go up until here, and February we go up. Now all of these other levels are just me speculating here, but that's just what I think. Yeah, but generally we are still in a bull trend. There is no need to panic as of now, and even if we are coming down, there really is no need to ever be panicking about this stuff, because, well, that's how crypto is. We keep going up and coming down, going up and coming down, but overall we go up. All right, so I have been talking about these meme coin and my entire meme coin strategy. If you watched it in my other video, and I think one of them is unfolding now. This here is catgirl, and here you can see that catgirl has dropped massively. This is kind of the same thing that Shiba Inu did a year ago. And if you had only invested about $10 in Shiba Inu at the start of 2021, you would have been up by $9,860,000 at the start of 2021. If you invested at just about $10 in Shiba Inu in January of 2021, you would have been up by $9,860,000. So I do not think we should be underestimating these meme coins. I think they are grossly underestimated, especially by people like myself who are mostly concerned about cryptocurrencies that have fundamentals. I think we should also have eyes on these meme coins, and I've been talking about that on my TikTok account. And yeah, you can see here that it has dropped massively as it retraced from its all-time high here. We can see it now at what, I don't know how to call that figure, but we see 2329. Oh, all right. Now, what I think could happen here is that if it drops lower to where we would have about 2 digits, that's 2 numbers behind those zeros, then that could potentially be the time. Now we still have about 4 figures. If it goes to about 2 digits behind here, then that could potentially be the time I have been talking about. Now, sometimes I sit and think, the other time I saw Shiba Inu and it had dropped so massively that I saw just a 4 behind all these zeros right here. I saw a 4. That was last year, I think. And if I only invested just about a single dollar, if I had a single dollar in it, that dollar would have turned into about $800,000. So this is something that I do not think we should be sleeping on this channel. Because as you guys know, I am here, and what I plan on doing is mint millionaires on this channel. That's the entire goal of this channel. You could consider dropping just about $10. This is not about investing your life's earnings in these kinds of cryptos, because it could go to zero and never come back up again. That's what you should also consider with these kinds of coins, catgirl and Shiba Inu and all of these kinds of stuffs. They don't have any fundamentals. There is no value there. All they have is a community, and that is exactly what I think most creators such as myself are underestimating. We underestimate the power of community behind these cryptos. These cryptos should be under your watch. So this is something that I want us to be thinking about on this channel. We should not be sleeping on this. Hope you did learn something from this video, and I hope you are not panicking, because, well, you should not panic.